Welcome back. The cloud is a means, not an end. The success is modernizing the IT industry through the cloud is driven by a complete standardization and automation strategy. The cloud adoption is to accelerate the IT modernization field. The cloud computing adoption has been increasingly
Probability of reaching a target. Probability of reaching a target. Probability of reaching a target. Acquisition on target. Acquisition on target. Acquisition on target.
The general IT spending through 2020. The large organizations have successfully implemented those specific software as a service platform solutions or adopted a cloud-first strategy for the new systems. Many are struggling to get the full value of moving the bulk of their enterprise system to the cloud. This is because the companies tend to fall into the trap of confusing simply moving the IT system to the cloud with the transformational strategy needed to get the full value of the cloud. Just taking the legacy applications and moving them to the cloud, lift and shift will not automatically yield the benefits that cloud infrastructure and the system can provide. In fact, in some cases, the approach that can result in IT architectures that are more complex and costly than ever before. The full value of cloud comes from approaching these options, not as of one tactical decision, but as a part of holistic strategy to pursue the digital transformation. Such a strategy is enabled by the standardization and automation of the IT environment through an open API model. Adopting a model security components, working in an automated agile operating model, and the leveraging a new capabilities to drive the innovative business solutions. While cloud is not a prerequisite for any of these features, it does act as a force multiplier. The companies that view the cloud capabilities in this way can create a next generation IT capable of enabling the business growth and the innovation in the rapidly evolving digital era. The cloud service such as Amazon Web Service, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud appeal to many organizations because of their standard stated features. Pay-per-use ability to scale up or down based on the uses, high resiliency, self-service, etc. All these benefits are expected to lead to much lower IT cost, faster time to market, and better service quality compared with traditional IT offerings. The traditional enterprise run into two major issues when moving to cloud. The existing business applications were created using the traditional IT paradigm. As a result, these applications are typically monolithic and configured for a fixed static capacity in the data centers, and simply moving them to the cloud will not magically endow them with all the dynamic features of the cloud. The typical technological workforce of an enterprise is well versed in developing the business application in the traditional IT framework. Most of them need to be reskilled and upskilled for the cloud environment. The IT security is a good example of where the most traditional IT environment adopt a perimeter-based castle and moats approach to the security, whereas cloud environments are more like a modern hotels, where a keycard allows access to certain floors and rooms, unless the legacy application that has been developed and deployed for a castle and moat security model are reconfigured for the new security model. Migrating to the cloud may have an adverse impact on the cyber security. The enterprises have been successfully in adopting the software as a service solution, mainly because it addresses these constraints in a simple fashion. The necessity is the mother of invention. The old saying goes. It seems particularly apt right now with the global pandemic forcing the organization to completely change the way they think about their IT and applications. The countries around the world were forced to implement lockdown measures to slow the spread of the COVID-19. All the enterprises were forced to pivot the remote working with immediate effect and completely reassess how their businesses run. The first shift resulted in a massive demand for the cloud-based service. In the first few weeks, Microsoft saw use of its Team services soar by 775%, while Zoom reported a 350% increase in businesses that use compared to the same time in the previous year. For a digital native companies, the shift to remote working was seamless and intuitive. Their setup, largely on wholly based on around cloud technology, meant their workforces could maintain the business continuity without too much of difficulties. For many, though, this was an operational nightmare that significantly impaired their ability to sustain the business operation. Some opted to try to weather the storm, cutting back on any unnecessary cost. But they have also seen a lot of organizational expedite their digital transformation plan, leading to accelerated the cloud adoption. The global crisis has accelerated the speed of transformation that most enterprises were considering already. Actually, it's forced the companies to change their culture and become more adaptable and agile. Doing so, they should help them to recover more quickly from the crisis and be more resilient in the future. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.